What is up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today is the return of King of Fighters. This is the King of Fighters 94 Psycho Soldier arranged. This is the theme to Athena Asamiya, requested by DJ Singletone on Patreon. It's been a while since I've done King of Fighters. I am a huge fan of fighting game music. It's kind of my background. And KOF has always been one of those ones where I've been really, really interested in, because out of all the games I watch, KOF is the one I watch probably the least. But I've always heard good things about the soundtrack, and I've heard a couple of them, and I agree, it's pretty cool. There's still one really big request from this game, by the way, something saxophone. I'll get to that someday, but for now, we do this one. Psycho Soldier, that's a cool name. I'm guessing it's her at the front. All right, KOF 94, let's go. Whoa, that went in a totally different direction from the intro. Ooh. Whoa, it's like two songs already. Ooh. Sounds like an 80s movie. Whoa. Get electric guitars in it. I heard it. Psycho Soldier. Fire? Ooh, that is a good chorus. Damn. Oh, wow, this is good. Damn, dude. I need to listen to more KOF. I just envision like a black and white scene, camera, like character walking towards the camera. Super stylish. So is the pre-chorus. Okay, here comes a catchy chorus. Oh man. Where are we going? Are we going to a guitar solo? That was two choruses, so bridge or solo. Oh, verse 3. Damn, this is sick. Reminds me of when I played Yakuza 0. It reminds me of like just Japanese like nightlife. I can't explain it. Oh no, it's already fading out. Wow, we're not gonna get that third chorus? Oh, we get a very long pre-chorus as the ending. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. So it ends off on a elongated pre-chorus, kind of leaving you wanting more. Dude, that was dope. I really had no idea KOF gets down like that. Like, the thing about King of Fighters, it's, at least in the fighting game community, it's a little niche, right? The fighting game community is already like niche as its own, but some games are more popular than others. KOF has a very strong presence in Mexico and Japan. I could be wrong about that. I think Singapore as well. But as far as I know, it's not like super popular in the States. Either way. So I just know about it, and I've always heard about it because it's been around for so long. And there's a lot of games too. But it's just something that I'll watch if it's like if a tournament is on, and like, you know, I'll check it out or something. But it's just one of those games where, like, when I started doing this whole reacting thing to video game music, KOF was one of those that I really wanted to check out eventually. Because even before I started doing reacting stuff, if you look at my guitar like cover videos, almost all of those guitar videos were like fighting game music covers on the guitar. Street Fighter 4, Bloody Roar, Tekken, Mortal Kombat. So it was like, I've always had a huge soft spot for fighting game music. It's actually, in my opinion, some of the most underrated, even in the video game landscape. Video game music landscape. It's just really cool music, right? And to hear this, which, mind you, has its own style. I can't think of any other fighting game soundtrack right now at the top of my head that has anything remotely close to that. With the vocals and that sort of, I mean, maybe a little bit of that like funk thing in other games, but like that vocal thing, that was totally unique. That was a band, like that was actual instruments playing, and I'm not sure if they hired, you know, a specific, I don't know who that was. Team China, Psycho Soldier Team. Okay. Damn, dude. That was good. Like, the whole thing seemed very 80s. And it kind of, I kept thinking of one thing over and over, and that's the movie Bloodsport. Even though the music in Bloodsport, which is dope, by the way, doesn't sound like that. Just like the setting, the whole, like, just that. I got that vibe, you know, the 80s kind of Eastern vibe. Not necessarily like a Kung Fu movie, but just that sort of vibe. One of the catchier choruses I've heard in a while. Fire, Psycho Soldier. And then it goes, the second one with the lower note, Psycho Soldier. That was really good. No idea what they were saying besides that. I think that was the only English that I caught. And I like how it started off a different way. I thought it was going to go a separate direction. The beginning of it sounded like what I mostly know KOF as, which is kind of more rock-ish. The beginning to this song sounded very British heavy metal. And I thought it was going to stay there. And then all of a sudden it goes to this sort of like funk thing and really groovy thing. And the vocals came in and everything was like, ah. This is also, it says arranged. So there probably exists another version of it. Damn, dude. I need to listen to more KOF. Like, I already knew I wanted to hear more KOF. But when you throw curveballs like this, because I'm going to be totally honest, like what I've heard so far of KOF has been good. But there wasn't variety yet. It was I was starting to think it had a certain sound to it. But this just shook that up. And now my curiosity has been struck. Like, oh, they can do this. What else can they do? And they have so many games, so now it's like, oh, And I need another composer too, because I know this game has such a huge history, but I don't know anything about it. I don't know if it's been one composer the whole time. I don't know. I feel like in general, this game, this community, the series, this music, I just feel like it's underrated. From what I've seen of the game, it looks solid. Team-based 2D fighter with kind of a bunch of backgrounds, a bunch of characters, a lot of characters, and a lot of games. It's just never really like took off as far as like Street Fighter or something like that. Like it's a known game in the community, but even then it's still like underrated. And if I hear stuff like that, yeah, that's underrated. I'd assume. How many views does this have? This is 400,000. So people know about this. The people that know. So I'm happy to report that fighting game music is still dope. And my point remains. But this, I need to hear more King of Fighters, because this is what it's all about. This whole... What I love about them is because usually you'll have two themes, and that's like a stage theme, so wherever you're playing, or background, and a character theme. And I like that. I like when, like, say if you have let's say an RPG or an action adventure game, maybe you'll get a song for that character, maybe. Or maybe you'll hear it every now and then, whereas in fighting games, it's like attached to that character. So whenever you play them, you'll hear it. And it totally represents the character. It's like a badge they're wearing. So this is directly aimed at this character, which is Athena Asamiya. And the crew, I guess. Psycho Soldier. Very curious on now what the character is all about, because that was dope. Anyways, great. Very good. I like how it took me back. It felt like it took me back, even though I know nothing about it. It felt very nostalgic. Very 80s, which I'm very biased towards 80s sounds. So, yeah. Need more KOF. And more KOF is coming, but need more KOF. Especially, now I'm even more curious about that song that everyone keeps requesting. So, we'll get to it. Thank you to everyone that you see here on the screen. I could not be here without them. Thanks to the requester. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. I hope you all have a nice day. Peace.